Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and also welcome back to my Italian series. This is episode 4 where we went to Altamura. I visited Altamura because we were staying near Matera, and Matera is a beautiful, beautiful old city, and there's this old city that is made and basically built out of a network of caves just right into the side of this mountain. It's called Sassi di Matera. Absolutely beautiful. And if you go there, all the restaurants and the residences, the hotels and the shops are all in these cave buildings. The outside looks very old and historical, and the inside you can basically see that the ceilings have been carved out of the cave. We went to a beautiful restaurant there and we were staying in a hotel just outside of Matera. Altamura is about a 10-minute drive away from this town. We thought we'd go and check it out, have some lunch and see what was happening in Altamura. Of course, I looked to see if there were any fabric stores, and there was. There was one fabric store that was open at the time, so I headed over there. Look at these churches in literally every town. You've got these beautiful squares with grand buildings. They're like gorgeous. And it looks so good in the sunshine. So there is a fabric shop I'm about to go in right now. You can see this window here. This tells me there's some stuff in there. I will say one thing though. The fabric is pricey. I did manage to find a few deals because there is a, like in France where they have coupons where it's like cut pieces of fabric for like discount prices. They have here called Scamboli. Don't quote me on that word. It's something like that. And it's also coupons, but I haven't found it in every store. And then everything else has actually been quite pricey. So we've been dropping cash in this trip. But it's okay. I got myself a little fabric budget. I'm nearly through it, but we're gonna check out this store. Here it is. See what's inside. Hopefully not spend all of my cash. Right, we've made some decisions on what fabric to get. We're gonna get this, which is a silk. I'm gonna get this, and we're gonna get this, and then that's it. I'm tapped out for money. I'm done. But this store is small but very well stocked, full of silks. We've got some denims over there, lots of these Missoni type fabrics from Missoni. These are all coming direct from the warehouses. So yeah, if you're coming here, you need to bring some money with you. Okay, so I have got my fabric and now I'm a little bit lost in all of these beautiful tiny little streets trying to find where the car is. We parked it somewhere, not where I am though. And then also we're gonna go and get some ice cream because I think it's ice cream time. It's always ice cream time, especially when the sun's shining. But yeah, the store was great. I picked up some good fabrics. It was very expensive, I will tell you that right off the bat. Mostly because I think in these small towns there's only one fabric store, so not only can they set their price, but all of their stuff has been imported from the north of Spain where the factories are and where all the fashion things are, like Milan and Rome and places like that. So it's expensive, and then you're here and you've only got one place to go. You don't really have a choice, but they're beautiful, so you buy them and then you just forget about how much you spend. So in Altamura, there was only one store that I found that was open, so we headed over there. It was called Tessuti di Guglielmi Francesca. Now, I think that's how you say it. I might have absolutely butchered that, but I do know that the owner was called Francesca. It's a very small store, but these small stores are just packed absolutely to the brim with fabric. There was an upstairs, but I think that was like her personal quarters. She kept bringing fabric from upstairs, so I feel like there was more fabric there. It was a very cute little place, but as has been the trend with a lot of these fabrics, they were very, very pricey. So I only ended up walking out with 3 fabrics. There were many, many more that I wanted, but I figured 3 was a good number and I was really, really happy with my purchases. So let me show you. So first up, we are in Italy, and if I'm not getting a silk or sateen, I will definitely be getting a Missoni style knit. So this is one of the first ones that I picked up. Now this lady had a lot of the Missoni prints. She had all these different colorways, but the ones that I'm normally drawn to are the brightly colored ones, maybe an orange, maybe a green, but there was one that was actually quite muted that I was also very interested in. But in the end, I ended up going with this one. So you can see that the colors are orange, we've got like a burgundy, and we've got a cream. I really, really like the colorways, and I definitely see this as either a long knit style dress or a two-piece. Now, I recently was in Missoni and I was looking at what they have to offer. They actually have quite a few long sleeved short dresses, but they do quite a few of two pieces, whether they're cardigans with long trousers, shorts with shirts, all made out of this knit fabric. So while I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to address doing the collars, if I make like a collared shirt or something like that, I definitely want to do that with this fabric. I do have a few knits that would work for Missoni style looking items, but this one I really, really loved. I think the colors are so much fun, and yeah, I can definitely see a two-piece. What I'm actually thinking for this is probably like a long pair of trousers with like some sort of cardigan style, wrap style cardigan over the top instead of making a shirt. I think that would work really, really well, and then you can have whatever style top underneath, but I think that would work really, really well for that. And these were not cheap. These were 45 euros a meter, and I got 3 meters of this one. I also saw this one, which I quite liked. As you can see, green, purple, navy, and cream. Colors that I don't often, well, that I do definitely wear the green, but I don't often wear purple, and I don't often wear navy, and I certainly do not wear all of them at the same time. But I saw this stripe, and honestly, I loved it so much. This is all they had left on the rest of the bolt. So I made a little bit of a deal. This was also 45 euros a meter, and because it was the rest of the bolt, she let me have the whole thing for 35 euros. So I was quite happy with that. When I saw this, I really, really wanted a kind of like polo style shirt with a collar and no buttons, but I also wanted to make really short shorts with this. I'll put an example of what I think here. It's like a little knit set, very short shorts. I'm not even sure where I would wear it, but I saw this and I thought, I think I want one of those. I think they're really, really cute. Think tennis, think sports set, but in knit, so completely playful and maybe not that practical, but I absolutely wanted it. And your girl is playing tennis now, so maybe it could be practical. Who knows? The point is, when I saw this, that's immediately the look that I was thinking, and I thought, yep, I absolutely want to attempt to make that. The only thing is, the collars that you get with these kind of knitted shirts are normally in one color, and it's like a single knit collar that's been added. And I think for those type of garments, the whole thing's actually been knitted on a machine, but because I'll be cutting and sewing this, I will have to make my collar out of this stripy fabric. So I don't know if I want that. So I might have to rethink, instead of having it be a collared shirt, it might be like a V-neck fitted t-shirt. That way I don't have to have a collar, and we can maybe have some fun with these little chevron stripes in how we lay that pattern at the V. So yeah, that's what I was thinking for this. I'm really excited to try and execute it, but I do need to do a little bit of research. So my last fabric is a silk, but it's a very sheer silk. It's more in the silk chiffon territory. And this is in this really fun animal print. This is more of like a crocodile style print or a snake style print in this brown. Now this has been folded up a couple of times, so it's not that sheer, but if I was just to open it to one level, you can see how sheer this is. It is very, very sheer. Now this was going, because it's a silk, it's 100% silk, this was going for I think 45 euros a meter. And I definitely wanted to make a long Rat Boa style dress. I feel like I have many of those styles dresses in my card. I really, really like those dresses. I did have an opportunity recently to try on a bunch of their dresses, and I think they're just really gorgeous. They are very, very sheer though. So I feel like the ones that I make will be slightly lined, so I don't have to be walking around looking naked, but these type of fabrics are the ones that work best for these kind of dresses. I imagine I will have multiple in different styles, and this is definitely what I was thinking when I found this fabric. So I got 4 meters of this. Now I didn't pay for 4 meters of this. This 4 meters was the end of the roll, and I actually originally asked for 2 meters. But talking to this lady, she saw that if I was to cut 2 meters, she'd have only 2 meters left, and she didn't really want to cut all of that. So then she offered me another deal. She was like, okay, this is 45 euros per meter. She's like, if you pay for 3 meters, I will give you the 4. And I was just like, well, fine. So she didn't really want to cut into this because it is such a nice fabric, and honestly only having 2 meters left over might be difficult for her to sell, and I don't think she really wanted to make it a remnant. Can't really beat deals like that, especially with expensive silk like this. So I took it, and I'm really glad I did, because I've got some trips coming up and I feel like this might be one of the dresses that I make for an upcoming trip. It's also coming up to my birthday month, so this could potentially be a birthday dress. I don't think it's going to be the birthday dress, but it could be a birthday dress, because I will be celebrating my birthday more than once, because it is actually a milestone birthday this year. I'm going to be 40 years old. So that was everything that I got from the store in Altamura. I actually had a really, really good time in that store, but oh my gosh, were the things inside there expensive, but they were also so, so beautiful. This is what I'd said in the previous video. A lot of these towns and cities in the south specifically don't actually have tons of fabric stores that you might find in a large, massive city. So the fabric that they have there is usually quite limited, which means they can kind of set their price. And do they set their price? The thing is though, I don't mind paying for really good quality fabric, and the fabrics that I have seen on this trip have been absolutely spectacular. Beautiful cottons, no snags, no slubs, nothing. The sateen cottons are soft and luxurious on your skin. The silks are like butter. And because of that, I don't mind paying more for quality like that. So I would say very high quality fabrics, but it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. So this is the last and final place in the south of Italy. The next video, which will be the very last in this Italy series, is Florence. Now, we were in Florence for literally only 3, I think maybe even 4 hours. We were passing through because we were on our way driving home, and we were getting to our hotel. But before that, we did think we're going to be driving past Florence. It doesn't make sense to not at least stop there and maybe have lunch. So that's exactly what we did. And while we were there, I had time to visit one store, and luckily somebody on Instagram had suggested this place in Florence if we were passing by. And so we made that the only place, and it was by far the most expensive place I have ever been, but I will tell you about that in the next video. So thank you for watching to the very end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think about these fabrics? What do you think I should be making from them? I love to hear all of your ideas. I read every single comment. And if you haven't already, then subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I post another video and my final Italian video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.